Politics is weird and creepy, and now I know lacks even the loosest attachment to anything like reality.
Oh, my shadow! Oh, just for a second I thought that was the big fat black ghost.
I'll give you until I finish my cuppa, and I'm fucking thirsty.
You're very beautiful.
I know.
Why do you smell so good?
Because I don't use deodorant and I only take bubble baths.
In Father Teresa's Wine Cellar, we believe all oppression is intersectional. And this means our analysis of current events frequently includes discussion of difficult and explicit content. Any combination of the following topics could be included in our show: murder, rape, war, climate change, racism, sexism, violence, sexual violence, homophobic violence, heterocentrism, discrimination and abuse against individuals of nonconformist sexuality, domestic violence, child abuse, child rape, child neglect, elderly abuse, verbal abuse, police brutality, microaggressions, ableism, cyberbullying, genital mutilation, ideological extremism, and people just being total fucking assholes.
Oh, cool. I love stupid bullshit like this.
You are listening to White on White Crime in the Wine Cellar.
This show is so black that Father Teresa makes me get a tan before I go on this show.
It's White on White Wednesday, and it's time for White on White Crime.
I'll give you until I finish my cuppa, and I'm fucking thirsty.
All right. WineCellarMedia.com. Folks looking at the Facebooks live, there is Phoenix Calida.
Hi.
Fucking aggressively light-skinned niggas making triumphant returns. There is, over there in the archive chat space, nobody chatting, nothing to say yet. There's Joey T, G Devin, and who's that? Darren Walker over there in the joint in the archive chat space. Yes, did morning wine cellar this morning, back doing an afternoon wine cellar because I only did a 10-hour shift today. So it's like there's more time to go ahead and knock out a wee bit of programming. All right? Right. Hey. It's not Politico, it's Politicoo. All right? Mm-hmm. There's a website, Politicoo USA. It's a fake news website. It's not fucking real. All right? Don't look at it too fast. Because I guess that's what folks are doing. They're looking at Politicoo and they're thinking, well, is that Politico? That's a real thing. No, it's not. So watch that. Politicoo USA. Bullshit. It's bullshit. Mm-hmm. All right. We actually do have white on white crime. I did not have white on white crime this morning. I do now.
Oh, I do too.
And we want to close it out with a classic Alex Jones. We're going to go back in time. All right. I think this is a 2016 Alex Jones. It's a hot one. All right. Wait, can you do a quick hit on that expansion of Sesta Fosta before we get to the funky stuff?
I'm a woman. I have vocal fry. House to vote on human trafficking bill that actually strengthens Patriot Act spying. A new bill that borrows language from the Patriot Act promises to, quote, nab human traffickers using the same exact surveillance techniques and laws that were introduced to catch terrorists and their associates. We all know how that went. The Patriot Act's spying provisions and the War on Terror era crime measures proved attractive to law enforcement far beyond their intended scope. Now legislators like Representative Ann Wagner, Republican, Missouri, hopes we won't notice if they feed us the same liberty-poisoning baloney with a new excuse. This is a disguised effort to expand the Patriot Act, tweeted Representative Amash. I don't want to say his last name. Amish. Sure, why the fuck not? Republican from Michigan. He added, GOP leaders put fight human trafficking in the title to conceal the bill's true purpose, to give the government more power to unconstitutionally spy on law-abiding American citizens without a warrant. Fucking weird the GOP is doing this. I thought they were about that whole small government thing.
Yeah, small enough to fit in your Virginia.
It is small enough to fit in the Virgenda. Wagner's bill, H.R. 6729, is deceptively named the, quote, Empowering Financial Institutions to Fight Human Trafficking Act of 2018. It is the latest in a long line of assaults on civil liberties disguised as attacks on the biggest crime panic of the decade, sex trafficking. Wagner also brought us the SAVE Act in 2015 and FOSTA in 2018, both of which take aim at online anonymity, and...
You some kind of popularist or something?
I'm an anonymous popularist. So the SAVE Act and FOSTA, which both take aim at online anonymity, web publishing, social media, sex workers, and free speech under the guise of, quote, saving children from modern slavery. Specifically, H.R. 6729 would allow financial institutions, federal regulatory bodies, nonprofit organizations, and law enforcement to share customer bank records between them without running afoul of rules regarding consumer privacy and without opening themselves up to lawsuits. This would be done in order to, quote, better identify and report potential human trafficking or money laundering activities. But these entities need not demonstrate that the sharing was made on a good faith basis according to the text of the bill. The bill literally says, yes, you can do this, and no, you don't have to prove that you did it in good faith. You can just look at people's bank records and shit.
And while Phoenix Cleaver's covering that story, I'm pretty sure our neighbors are upstairs crip walking in cleats, whatever the fuck it is they're doing up there.
I don't fucking know what they be doing.
Jesus Christ.
Cops working cases or pursuing specific suspects can already obtain financial records by going through court channels using a subpoena process. What the goal of this bill is to increase the subsequently shareable financial data on customers accused of no crimes and facing no charges. And they want this data to be served up by bank staffers.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, cool. I love stupid bullshit like this.
Wagner's bill would cover, quote, matters specifically related to... Hold on. Oh, this is one of those fucking bullshit sentences. Hold on. All right. The bill, quote, this is in the text. This is from the text of the bill. Has matters specifically related to those benefiting directly or indirectly from human trafficking. The means by which human traffickers transfer funds within the United States and around the world, and the extent to which financial institutions, including depository institutions, asset managers, and insurers in the United States are unwittingly involved in such matters or transfers, and to the extent of which such entities are at risk as a result. Basically, what that means is if you possibly somehow have benefited from trafficking, just look at any of your financial records you have ever had. And you better fucking hope they decide that you were unknowing of what was going on with your money.
Oh, cool. I love stupid bullshit like this.
Mm-hmm. The language of this, of course, echoes Section 314 of the Patriot Act, which covers, quote, matters specifically related to the finances of terrorist groups. That means by which terrorist groups transfer funds around the world and within the United States, including through the use of charitable organizations, nonprofit organizations, non-governmental organizations, and to the extent to which financial institutions in the United States are unwittingly involved in such finances, and to the extent of which such institutions are at risk as a result.
So you're gonna stop whores from funding terrorists.
Yes.
Got it.
And like other Patriot Act provisions, most notably Section 215, which the Department of Justice has interpreted to allow metadata collection on millions of innocent Americans, Section 314 turned out worse in effect than in theory. The provision... No fucking kidding. Give them an inch, they take your entire life. All right.
Give them a shore, they'll take a continent.
Shit. The provision was pushed away and pushed as a way to let financial institutions legally share information with each other and authorities, but was instead used by authorities to demand information from banks, and of course led to people dropping their Middle Eastern surnames, and led to banks dropping customers with Middle Eastern surnames. Hey.
What?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Introduced on September 6th, Wagner's new bill has already received a first vote by the House Committee on Financial Services, 44 for the bill, 5 against, and 5 co-sponsors, including 2 Democrats, Carolyn Maloney of New York and Kristen Sinema of Arizona, and 3 Republicans, Mia Love of Utah, Mimi Waters of California, and Claudia Tenney of New York. Yeah.
Jeez.
Wagner has also been instrumental in spreading false narratives about the website Backpage.com and its founders, who now face federal money laundering charges. Despite more than half a decade of investigation, authorities have been unable to find evidence Backpage knowingly condoned or facilitated forced or underage prostitution. They're still trying to gather evidence for the money laundering case. But must wait until 2020 for a trial. Holy shit, they aren't going to trial till 2020?
Oh, cool. I love stupid bullshit like this.
Allowing or demanding information sharing between banks, cops, and nonprofits that work with sex workers could go a long way towards not just shuttering individual sex worker bank accounts, but facilitating money laundering charges against any website that allows quote-unquote escort ads or otherwise enables communication that connects sex workers and clients.
Yeah.
So basically this is going to be the next step of Sesta Fosta. They're going to start targeting banks. And if you are donating money to sex workers, if you are donating money to things like Swap, you're going to get fucking charged with some shit. And they're trying to, I think we mentioned on the podcast, expand Sesta Fosta even further to include drug trafficking now. So basically, when you text your weed man.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Politics is weird and creepy, and now I know lacks even the loosest attachment to anything like reality.
All right. So what's the real deal?
You are listening to White on White Crime in the Wine Cellar. Dear God, somebody hand me a glass.
All right, let's get down to the funky stuff over there. Not much happening in the archive chat space. It just says that folks have tuned in. Jessica May, Scott Anderson, John Bebe, unfamiliar names, right? I don't really see Darren Walker a great deal. There's Jan Loco with her books. And I
thought you were gonna say Jesus.
Oh, Jan Loco?
Yeah.
Yeah, all her books are different of the Bible, different
versions of the Bible.
Yeah, she got her King James, she got her Rodney King James. She got all them shits.
NIV, ELV, LSB.
But Martin Luther King James Carey, because the book is full of liars. These are the facts.
I see what you did there.
Darren Walker in the archive chat space said, so they need the Patriot Act to go after criminals' back records. Do they need it? Do they need it to RICO Act drug kingpins?
I don't think that they do, and that's certainly not what they're going to use it for. So, and that's the thing is they're not going after drug kingpins; they're going after low-level dealers to get them on. Which is the thing, because that started actually in the 90s after the Clinton crime bill, as people started getting life sentences for weed because they were adding on money laundering charges. Because if you actually did own your own business, or you were, whatever money you made as a profit from selling marijuana, wherever you put that money, if you put it in a bank, you now had money laundering charges. And that's why a bunch of people are still in prison since the 90s for selling weed, because they got money laundering charges tacked on. It wasn't for violent offenses and shit like that.
And in the context of gangster rappers being ignorant, by the actual definition of the term, you think of a bootleg of the Dayton Family from Flint, Michigan. Mm-hmm. And remember, I was playing you his album, Death Before Dishonesty. Mm-hmm. And he's bootleg is gangster fantasy, very hyperbolic, over-the-top gangster fantasy. And one of the lines in there was typing letters and warning feds not to indict us on the RICO Act. And that was a 1999 record.
Of course, it seems like they always use money laundering with the RICO Act, doesn't it?
I don't know enough about that. I'm a very local news reader.
Oh, that's how they get all the mobsters and shit, is on the RICO Act for money laundering shit. And because that's the thing, is because under RICO, if one person knows, everybody involved gets charged. Because it doesn't matter if you know or not, because you're part of the conspiracy.
Okay. That's fun.
Yeah.
All right. Florida woman arrested.
Oh, what the hell?
What? All
right. I see we're going to play a game of one-upsmanship. I see you.
We're starting out light.
We're going to one-up each other. I can see it.
I think this is a polite story. Shit, the name of the city is Holiday.
Uh-huh.
That's nice.
Okay.
This is off of AJC.com. All right. Local Florida stuff. They're having a good time. Right. Individual named Holly Jane Akers, a 31-year-old individual of Holiday, Florida. That's the name of the town. is accused of 1 count of felony battery of a person 65 or older. Fucking ageist asshole. It's fucking, and this is according to the Pasco County deputies. Ms. Akers was arrested Tuesday morning, and her husband, Charles Plagans, said his wife attacked him with a vacuum cleaner part. Well, that's what you get for going less than half your age.
Wow.
You fuck you. Charles, he's like, I'm gonna get me a slightly more mature sugar baby.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, you fucking exploitative motherfucker. Fuck you. Charles said his wife attacked him with a vacuum cleaner part, the Times reported. But I need to see how big this vacuum cleaner part was. A felony for a vacuum cleaner part?
I mean, you don't know what part. Yeah. I mean, what if it was like the hose?
The hose?
Yes.
Old men love hose.
They do. They do.
All right, give me that shit. The hose, ma'am.
Yes, the hose.
She said the hose.
I did say the hose.
Let me take a look here. So according to the arrest affidavit, folks that listen to the program for a long time know I pronounce that word several different ways. Mr. Plagans said he began arguing with Ms. Akers when she began cleaning their house around 3 a.m. This guy is an asshole who had it coming. That's what I smell on him. And this was on Tuesday. Ms. Plagans said that he moved from room to room in an attempt to sleep, but that Akers followed him through the house with the vacuum cleaner.
What?
Did you have your shoes on?
What is happening?
Plagans said Akers struck him on the bridge of his nose with a vacuum cleaner attachment, causing a minor abrasion. Felony.
Yeah, well.
Felony. While bad boy Brett is about to have a lifetime mini Congress seat.
Yep.
No term limit. No term. But felony for minor abrasion. Ms. Akers admitted to the deputies that there had been an argument, but denied striking her husband, the Times reported. When deputies noticed Plagans' injury, they arrested Akers and took her to the Pasco County Jail, the newspaper reported. Miss Ma'am.
Yes.
What, you pulled up some stuff too? You're supposed to do
I
a short
did.
up. You couldn't help it. You're a dick. You love doing show prep.
What? Shut
Phoenix
up.
Calida used to pretend that she didn't know what show prep was. Now I'm like, don't worry, I'll pull up some stuff. She in there. Dude, but did you do it while you were putting on makeup?
Mm-hmm.
What is this? What is this? I don't like this haircut. I don't like this guy already. Let me put that up to the camera for folks that want to see this fucker's face. All right. So Tampa, Florida, fucking set it on fire. A fella was arrested on Tuesday for making social media posts. He sure did. And this was on the Hernando County Sheriff's Office. The deputies were alerted Monday to several posts by Blake Dude Kewick. I know that's not how you pronounce it, but it's spelled close enough to that. Dudkewic. So dude cool with it. According to the sheriff's office, the post described violent crimes he planned to carry out. Just before calling the sheriff's office, the caller saw a post from Dude Cool With It, detailing the way he wanted to kill his father, the sheriff's office said. Knowing that Dude Cool With It suffers from various issues, the caller sent him a message of support, encouraging him to seek help. So Mr. Dude Cool With It responded to the post with a message about committing a mass shooting and that he planned to kill over 400 people. All right, so that's like the Vegas shooting. What? You have to do it 2 times to get 100?
Yeah.
So what, 8 times?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like 8 Vegas shootings. You can do it, young man. You're a white man. You can do anything. Come on, son. He then said he would be using an AR-15 he bought. Nigga, I swear to fuck, like, whoever are the AR-15 business people, these shootings are free advertisements.
Yeah.
I never heard AR-15, and this is more than I've heard it in gangster rap records.
More than I've heard AK-47.
Right? I thought that was the number one shoot 'em up gun for shoot 'em up shooters.
I think that's the old school. I think they've progressed to AR-15s.
Oh, okay. So murderers are progressive.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it, fucking Bernie Bros.
Yes.
And so he'd be using an AR-15. What?
By the way, don't forget to thank Hillary Clinton for making Jeff Bezos raise all workers' wages to $15 an hour.
Oh, that's what the donut's saying?
Yeah.
Donut Twitter.
Even though Bezos was literally like, glad to be working with you on this, Sanders.
He actually said Sanders' name.
Yeah, he added him in the tweet about it.
Yeah, he misspelled Clinton. He didn't have his fingers on home row. You got to go back to typing class, Jeffy. Fucking. So an AR-15 he actually bought. Back to the news story. One of his posts stated the shooting will be the most deaths in the history of this XXX country.
Okay.
He continues, my rampage will kill more than 400 people. Promise.
I don't think you shouldn't be laughing when this dude threatened to kill me, but this shit is fucking funny. The delusions of grandeur here. I'm gonna kill 400 people. Okay.
It'll be a devastating day for America. I'm sure that's how his voice sounds in his head.
Yeah, it probably does.
The deputies went to Dude Cool with his father's home to make sure he was okay. The sheriff's office said he told deputies he lost contact with his son because of similar threats he's made in the past.
Oh, okay. So he just does this and they weren't going to tell anybody until...
All white men are serial white men.
Whew.
Jesus. All of his previous addresses were checked out, but without success. Man, that nigga move a lot. At around 4 a.m., the detectives with the Seminole Tribal Police... Nigga, what? I hope they get paid more than you. They don't. With the Seminole Tribal Police found Dude Cool with his vehicle at the Camp Knox Motel on East Highway 90 Deuce in Tampa. And he was taken into protective custody.
Because he's the one who needs protection. The guy who said, I'm going to kill 400 people. That's the guy who needs protection.
I know that. These are the facts.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, all right. We're going to dance back in time a little bit. All right. We're going back 2 months for a white-on-white crime. August 5th, right? So this guy was like, happy birthday, William. I'm doing a story for you.
Oh.
So a Florida man had himself a couple of adult beverages, and then he decided, you know what? I need some more adult beverages. Come on. And his name is Robbie Stratton. All right? And his legal name is Robert Timothy Barr, 2 R's. And he was arrested and charged with illegal possession of a McMurrican alligator, illegal exhibition of a dangerous wildlife, and cruelty to animalities. The police fellers are still on the hunt for the third man shown in a video that can be who can be overheard yelling, "Florida State!" while stepping on a gator and holding it by its neck. When asked if he remembers what happened, Stratton was at a loss. Quote, this store sells some good liquor, and I drank a lot of it that night.
Oh my God. Actually, but that store, do they have better liquor than the other stores, or?
I don't know. Was it an ABC? If it was Wine and Spirits, a chain in Florida, I get it. If it was ABC, you shut your fucking face. It was probably ABC.
Nice.
According to reports, the men found the alligator while weed whacking, and other Floridian. What up?
It's not gay. It's just weed whacking.
Hey, we're just trying to whack our weeds, buddy. Get on out of here. All right. Hey, fella, get on over here and blow my dandelion. It ain't gay. It's pollinating.
Woo!
All right. Come on. So they're weed whacking, and other Floridians, one of the worst words ever, talked to CBS 47 in Jacksonville. and they are torn whether running through a store with a live gator should be a crime.
Let's say yes. Let's just hypothetically say yes.
What? No, you're anti-freedom. And this is a quote from Johnson. They said, he didn't do anything to harm anybody, end quote. And this website, SB Nation, they closed it saying, you keep doing you, Florida.
Yeah.
All right, you keep doing you. All right, so let's take a little step outside of white on white crime real quick and go to an old headline. All right, old headline from the archives. Pelosi, Bush impeachment off the table. All right, out of the New York Times. House Democratic leader Nancy Pelosi promised Wednesday that when her party takes over, the new majority will not attempt to remove President Bush from office, despite earlier pledges to the contrary from others in the caucus. That is a 2006 headline.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when it comes down to it, people evolve. We all know this.
Yeah.
Well into their 60s and thousands, however old some of these old California Democrats are. Jesus Christ. And so people evolve, people change. So now we go to the Huffington Post, October 2nd, 2018. And this was an article by Amanda Turkle. Article title, Nancy Pelosi is not on board with impeaching Brett Kavanaugh.
Yay, vote blue no matter who, because they're the lesser of two evils.
Woo! House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi, Democrat, California, said she would not push to impeach Brett Kavanaugh if Democrats retake the majority in next month's midterm elections, saying it will not be the focus of the party. Do you understand? Let's say it again.
Politics is weird and creepy, and now I know lacks even the loosest attachment to anything like reality.
All right. Back to white on white crime. Do you have one more, and then we go to Mr. Jones?
I do. Before we get there, who's that Chicago comedian? Not Kyle Kinane, the other guy.
Another guy.
Yeah, the Clinton one.
Oh, that's your man, Mike Mulaney, John Mulaney.
How Trump.
I think he said Trump's name like after the bit. But like he prefaced it because he doesn't really talk politics heavy.
Mm-hmm.
So he was just, and I think it was good because he doesn't. His audience are people that just come to hear his personal journal stories,
right?
You know, so it could be a mixed bag. So he was nice about it, saying there's a horse loose in the hospital, and talking about how it's running through, knocking over IVs and shit. And you know, like you open the elevator, the horse is in the elevator. What happened? And then you can't even really blame the horse. The horse has never been in a hospital before. It's a long bit. It's really dope. It's John Mulaney's latest joint, available on the Netflix.
And it just reminded me of this. This isn't a white on white crime story, but escaped horse runs into bar, causes chaos. There's a horse in the bar.
See, I'm such a fucking alcoholic. My first thought is no one's gonna be looking.
No.
I'm reaching behind there and grabbing an armful, and I'm jetting.
No, what? Just gonna steal liquor from the bar?
Yes. And the older the bar, the better, because the older, the more white-owned it is.
There's a horse in the bar. I do have one more Florida story. It's a real short one.
Yeah.
I know you're a big fan of dental work, William. You want some grills?
Oh, no.
Are you sure?
No, there'll be no grilling.
Because there's a 26-year-old man in Florida named Alan Turner who makes them at home.
With what?
Unlicensed dentistry skills. Mm-hmm.
Does he have a clown dentistry like in BoJack Horseman? This sounds like BoJack Horseman shit.
A 26-year-old Florida man has been charged with practicing unlicensed dentistry and making grills. Police say Alan Turner had been making custom molds for dental grills at his home. I have no idea where you find shit to make grills at home, but he had a drill and molds and all kinds of shit. I don't know.
Nigga, he lives in his fucking great grandmother's house. There was all sorts of shit in that. Where was this? Florida? Oh yeah. There was a whole gang of shit in that attic.
So what? He's like using her old dentures to make grills out of. Is that what?
Nigga shoes. Nigga, all sorts of shit is in that. Oh yeah, Capizios, nigga.
I guarantee you, this man does not know any church niggas.
He's a black man from Florida.
He is not a black man from Florida. He is a white man with aggressive neck tattoos.
Oh no, yeah, kill him. Nah, kill him. Fuck that shit. Run that motherfucker over with a fucking cement truck. Fuck that.
Turner said, told WFTV on Monday, he was unaware what he was doing was illegal and doesn't consider himself a dentist. He considers himself to be more of a jeweler.
Woo! Woo! Fake up the jeweler.
That's the guy. That's
your fucking guy. This is your guy, folks.
I'm not really a dentist. I'm more of a jeweler.
Yeah, he's a fucking jeweler. Okay,
yes.
Fucking buried it. All right.
What? I thought that was fun. Oh, although they do have a picture of one of his artworks.
Can you blow it up on your screen?
Yes. There you go.
All right, folks. So you can have this. Oh shit! Goddamn advertisements.
What are you doing?
Yeah, so you can have this aluminum foil in your face, or you could kill this guy. These are your choices. There's a lot of machinery in the factory I work in. We can drop some shit on his head like a fucking Warner Brothers cartoon. Yes. There's Sophia Loco in the archive chat space saying things are good metaphors and agrees with the man. Sophia Loco understands that man leads.
What?
And steal liquor from the bar.
Steal liquor from the bar.
See?
I would be trying not to get killed by the horse.
Because you didn't graduate wife school like Sophia did. Yes,
oh,
ma'am.
by the way, I guess like Rose's sister is like snitching on her and shit now.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Keep Up with Kai Nicole. She keeps getting people to interview.
Oh,
about it. Yeah. So yeah, I guess more people are coming forward.
Well, maybe in 2 weeks you can get her back on the show.
Maybe in 2 weeks I can.
You'll have a little free time on your hands.
Have a little free time on my hands.
All right, let's all right, we're going back in time. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Elder school, older times.
Mm-hmm.
This is March 17th, 2016. I wasn't even in Illinois yet.
Wow.
Yeah, I was still in Florida, right? I didn't move to Illinois until July 9th. The plane landed just around like 10:31 a.m.
Yes.
Between 10:31 and 10:36, the plane landed and I departed. And I was Illinois resident up until this moment and continuing forward.
Florida resident.
I said Florida? Illinois. Come on, Jews. Let's go. Let's see. All right. So this is a fucking good one. This is one of my fucking favorite Jones clips.
Oh, no. What are we doing? What are we doing?
We're going to learn. That's what we're doing.
Really? We're going to learn?
Yes, ma'am. You think you don't learn from Alex Jones?
Correct. Before Beer King.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah, back when Alex Jones was a clean-shaven, good little boy. Well-behaved.
Mm-hmm.
You are under attack, and the...
Oh, we forgot about that. Plug one in.
Oh, you have one?
Yep, plug that in.
Plug it in.
Yeah, that audio comes in. Sounding. You got it. All right.
Illusion is you are under attack, and the illusion is you can join different parts of this system and be a winner. It is a metric, scientific, mathematical algorithm of tyranny.
Yo, did he not sound like he was about to bust a cannabis verse?
Scientific, mathematical algorithm of tyranny. A metric, scientific, mathematical algorithm of tyranny. A metric, scientific, mathematical algorithm of tyranny.
All right, a metric, mathematical, scientific algorithm of tyranny. These are the facts.
Is that the name of his new rap album?
Ooh, I'd listen. I'd fucking listen.
Of course you fucking would. Listen to my mixtape, guys. It's on SoundCloud.
Yeah. When we come through on the Bilderbergs, pull out our AR-15s and kill the nerds.
Of tyranny that is extremely sophisticated, that can even predict the future.
Bam. What? It's extremely sophisticated and can even predict the future.
Oh, why?
Yeah, this is pre-election fucking Jones.
That is extremely sophisticated, that can even predict the future. Now, I told you that 18 years ago. That's been mainstream news for 2 years now.
Bam. Did you know that's been mainstream news?
Right.
That's all Rachel Maddow talks about.
That is all Rachel Maddow talks. Russia predicts the future. Yeah.
Yeah. Who's some other nigga? What? Wolf Blitzer?
Yeah.
All them niggas.
Yes.
Facts.
We know what we're talking about.
Bam. He also knows what he's talking about. In case you thought he didn't know,
nigga,
he does.
Wow.
Archive chat space. Sophia Loco said, horses only kill white people who don't know their place. Yeah, stay in your fucking lane. All right? It would be kind of funny to like throw a skinny white man down on a track while horses are racing. Right? Like watch him kind of flail. Ow!
No, but then if the horses fall and break your leg, you have to shoot the horse.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You can't just like fix their leg?
No.
Why? Why can't you fix a horse's leg?
Because it doesn't. Their legs don't work after they get broken. You got to shoot them.
Nigga, Ben Carson can fix that shit, nigga.
Ben Carson can't even fix HUD. What the fuck?
Because he's not trying. But he would try to fix a horse because a horse is a horse, of course. Nigga. Thought you knew.
You know Mr. Ed is dead, right?
Nigga, you just like rapping. That's all that is.
What?
We know what we're talking about. We told you not having gut flora is the #1 cause of cancer. Now the federal government comes out with all the top research facilities and says, yes, it's true. They've known all along. They're targeting the gut. It is a very...
What? He's talking about the gut. He's saying things that are out of your league.
Wait, so you get lung cancer from not having flora in your gut?
Yes. That's why I eat lots of reefer. I get flora in my gut. And then I swallow matches. And then inhale to my lungs from my gut.
Right. Oh.
It is a very small...
Yes.
And you don't sweat the whole time.
Chance Leader had an interaction today. A white man told her that Negras don't sweat. Because you were getting what, a Gatorade?
Yeah, I was getting Gatorade.
G2?
Yes.
Sugar-free. Nigga, what?
A few thousand people are in on the whole deal, okay? And through compartmentalization, they're rolling it out. And so it doesn't help us if, let's say, all 2 million police in the country got shot in the back of the head. There would just be anarchy and all sorts of problems, and they just bring in foreign troops. Before you talk about killing people, you better talk about educating.
All right.
Because he talks about killing people pretty often.
Yeah, but he's educating.
Right.
It's a mathematical algorithmic of something of tyranny. That was
Jesus
a hot line.
Christ.
Like, I wonder if he wrote that down or what. He freestyles so much, he's good at it by now.
And if you come over all creepy, you come over all angry, you come over all weird, they're not going to listen. But if you come over with light in your eyes and say, listen, there's a globalist takeover. Here's the plan. People live.
Yeah, if you walk up to people, I'm going to try that.
You think lizard people exist? You think the FBI is plotting to assassinate Trump?
And I remember when I first started listening to Jones, I wasn't thinking about pulling clips for the show. I'm like my own research. And I wish I was thinking about pulling clips for the show because he actually did claim like the lizard people thing unironically. There have been times when like he'll put on a mask and goof around and do like a bit, do like a sketch. But like there was one where he was talking about protesting at Planned Parenthood and claiming that there were counter protesters. And then he kept saying he had green skin. And then he went into a dumpster, but he didn't walk. He slithered.
Yeah.
Wish I would have pulled that fucking clip. If anybody wants to look through 2015 Alex Jones between July and October, and you want to dig through those 3 and 4 hour episodes and find that one piece, you gun it in.
Shit.
All right.
Listen, there's a globalist takeover. Here's the plan. People listen. They know the truth.
Yeah?
If they know the truth, why do you have to educate them?
Oh, you just have to. He said you have to say it with light in your eyes. You see, you missed it. Now let's rewind it and mansplain it again.
People listen. They know the truth. They're all weird. They're not going to listen. If you come over with light in your eyes and say, listen, there's a globalist takeover. Here's the plan. People listen. They know the truth.
See? You have to have light in your eyes.
But why do you have to tell them if they already know?
Because they didn't learn it from someone with light in their eyes. They learned it from Barry Hussein and Michelle, which have dark in their eyes. Fact. Based fact.
So you're just supposed to listen to blue-eyed Nazis tell you.
They have the right eyes for you to not see, nigga. Pay attention.
So all I'm saying is I'm trying to save humanity. I'm trying to have a future for my kids. The globalists are building a world, in their own words, where normal human life is over. It's a total revolution against the planet itself.
All right?
Uh-huh.
Did you know that the globalists are making a revolution? Inadvertently, like, I could take his exact same words he's saying and talk about climate change.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
It's not like what's wild to me is the fact that he has kids proves he doesn't believe his own propaganda. Because if he really thought it was that bad, he never would have had kids. And he's been woke for like 20 years, right?
He got his big thing, his big blow up off of Waco, Texas. Obviously, because he was local.
Right. So yeah, his kids are, his oldest is still a teenager. So yeah, the fact he even has kids, like, you don't believe it.
All right, and keep in mind, Jones is only, what, like fucking 41 or some shit like that? He's not that old, so he's going to be spewing this shit for a while.
3 more decades. Yay.
Pat Robertson needs to die.
Oh, right. I wish
Damn.
he would.
That old motherfucker.
It's an elite playing God. And I've done my research, and even 10 years ago, I wasn't like this. I talk about it, I get chills, folks. It's the devil, okay?
All right. Now we're getting down to the meat and taters of it.
Just come up to them like a normal person and tell them it's the devil.
Yeah. There's a globalist takeover. This is the plan. But now you got to let him know it's the devil. Now he's going to break down how he knows it's the devil and what needs to be done.
And the churches aren't going to tell you. It is an alien force, not of this world, attacking humanity like the Bible and every other ancient text says.
See? So it's the devil and an alien. Huh?
Just approach them like a normal person. You can't be weird. You can't be weird. Just approach them like a normal person and they'll believe you.
With light in your eyes.
Oh my God.
And you can read the Bible. It's hiding in plain view, folks. It's not of this world. I don't know exactly
It's
what it is.
hiding in how is it hiding if it's in plain view?
Nigga, you don't know.
No, I'm trying to wait for a normal person to approach me and tell me in not a weird way.
Oh, man.
What it is or what it's doing, but this is not human intelligence, okay? It's not human intelligence!
Why did he switch gears so hard on that one?
Normal person. Approach him like a normal person. That's just gonna be stuck in my head now.
But this is not human intelligence, okay? It's not human intelligence! But this is not human intelligence, okay? It's not human intelligence! Not human intelligence, okay? It's not human intelligence! It's not human intelligence! It's not human intelligence!
One more.
Okay? It's not human intelligence!
Okay. All right. So where's he going after that? It's not, okay, folks, it's not human intelligence.
It's an alien, it's Satan, it's not human intelligence. But if you just tell people this like a normal person, they'll believe you. Woo! Texas is a weird and wild place, my friends.
So when it comes down to it, do people have multiple wine cellar t-shirts or multiple InfoWars t-shirts?
We only have one t-shirt.
And no one bought it because this fucking typo. God damn it. Everything sucks. All right, here we go.
We're facing.
Okay, it's not human intelligence we're facing. I didn't know that was the sentence wasn't over yet. Let's get the whole sentence. Let's respect this man because he's normal.
But this is not human intelligence, okay? It's not human intelligence. We're facing.
Okay.
I refuse to fight with everybody.
Really? I think Glenn Beck begs to differ. You heard the Alex Jones Glenn Beck wars?
Yes.
Which was mostly just Alex Jones warring on Glenn Beck. That shit, he was talking wow, like he would do like 50-minute segments. He's going after him. All right.
All the stupid racist white people, the stupid racist black people, all the stupid racist Mexicans, all the stupid racist Mexicans, all the stupid racist Mexicans, all stupid racist black people, white people, the stupid racist black people, all the stupid racist Mexicans, all of you. I can't stand you. You're idiots.
All right.
Just approach him like a normal person.
Oh, yeah. Because normal people don't like stupid racist Mexicans.
Right. I like how Mexican is also apparently a race now. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't know that, did you?
No, I did not know Mexican was a race.
Yeah, nah, well, that's the thing. Like, you look at, like the rapper Frost, right? And you see very, like, similarities with him and, like, South Park Mexican. And then, my brain wants to say Gabrielle Union, and that's wrong, because that's a black person.
Gabriel Iglesias, the comedian?
Oh, that's another one, but played a character named Gabrielle in Desperate Housewives. What is that person's name that played that character?
Eva Longoria.
Yeah, that person looks exactly like that. Is the stereotype face, actually.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, and of course everyone knows black Mexicans don't exist, so.
Hell no, except for PBS and NPR clips I heard. But other than that, don't nobody know shit. All right.
We're under attack.
Fact.
Everybody's under attack.
Fact.
The elite hate Trump. Let me tell you, if he is a psyop, he's the most sophisticated one I ever saw. And even if he is, he's a revelation of the awakening. And they're having to pull this trick to try to divert us. Doesn't matter. It's part of the awakening. Humanity has got to get off world. We need access to the life extension technologies. Talk about discrimination. Forget
access to the life extension technologies.
Trump can cure death.
That was actually a segment we did. We played that audio. That's not something Phoenix Leaders just saying. Alex Jones told his audience that Trump can cure death.
Humanity has got to get off world. We need access to the life extension technologies.
Talk
about discrimination. Forget skin color. I want the advanced life extension.
Okay. Talk to him like a normal person.
I mean, I guess it's easy to want that if you're a rich white fucking millionaire. Extend your life for a while. It'd be pretty cool.
Discrimination. Forget skin color. I want the advanced life extension. I want to go to space. I want to see interdimensional travel.
Bam.
Interdimensional.
Yeah, nigga. What? Archive chat space. Sophia Loco said, I can't. Oh, Sophia Loco continues with 4 comments. That goes double for me, I guess. And since I'm Blaxican, does that make me doubly racist? Fuck yeah, nigga. Like, you know when you have the mirror that opens on the 2 sides? Like, you be yelling at yourself from both of those sides, and you are a kaleidoscope of self-hate.
Kaleidoscope of self-hate. Oh my god.
Stupid racist Blaxican said, oh, that's right. I don't exist.
Nope. No verse.
Fact-based facts. Sophia Loca has a very good speaking voice. Should come back on the program.
Extension. I want to go to space. I want to see interdimensional travel. I want what God promised us, and I won't sit here and watch.
God promised us interdimensional space travel?
He comes from the same people that said God promised us manifest destiny, so yeah. Yeah.
Interdimensional travel. I want what God promised us, and I won't sit here and watch Satan steal it. That's the fight. That's the key. That's everything.
Talk to them like they're a normal person. Just approach them like a normal person with light in your eyes.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
Daria.
All
right. So I need to eat some food with my face.
Yes.
And relax a bit.
Yes.
This was your white on white crime, motherfuckers. You know what? It's just why not?
And we recognize mercenaries trying to pimp us out like that little bitch, Eminem, and his little wannabe thug pansies behind him who aren't real men, who wouldn't take on the globalists like Donald Trump or anybody else.
All right.
You are listening to White on White Crime in the Wine Cellar. Dear God, somebody hand me a glass.
All right, and that is hold the wine cellar down and keep the wine cellar up. PayPal.me/PhoenixandWilliam, Patreon.com/WineCellarMediaFund. Patreon, now it's showing me 47. 3 niggas. 3 of you niggas. Sign up for the Patreon. Make it 50. Make us the big 50. That gummit. And also, Phoenix Calida, you put in what in an email this week?
My 2 weeks notice.
2 weeks notice. Phoenix Calida's out of that office, and she'll be doing Wine Cellar After Dark, the sex education show.
Sex education show. And then social justice for kids.
Yeah, and she'll have plenty of time to do it.
Yeah.
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 It'll be a fair deal. All right. The original idea for this podcast was so that I could quit my job. But then I met someone significantly less privileged than I and said that would be fucked up if I just used this to quit my job. And then just